Allow our kids to go and work with you during the summer so that they can experience everything, where the floor was level and the rules were clear. Black people excelled at it. Basketball, the floor was level and the rules were clear. We did good. Football, the floor was level and the rules were clear. We did good. Everywhere the floor is level and the rules are clear, we do good.
Yes.
Give us a chance. Our little kids became everything they were exposed to. So they can do hip hop, they can do music, they can do recording, they can play basketball, they can play football, they can run, and now they're starting to golf, because if we can see it, we can be it, and they can preach. But we have not seen Goldman and Sachs, and we have not seen inside Exxon Mobil Oil. We have not seen inside of Xerox. We've not seen inside of Microsoft. And until we can see it, we can't be it. We want the floor level and the rules clear, and we will jump hoop on you right now.
Amen.
There's Doc in the background there. Obviously, it's not just about economics. My feet, my tongue, and my wallet move in the same direction, and I've already spored you before, but I didn't know about the project you're doing around the prison system, and I'm going to donate matching funds of $250,000. You're going to get the $250,000 anyway, regardless of what they do. But anybody who's watching, I'll double your impact. We'll double the dollars effect towards this foundation. I know it's not the only one, but I know the great work you're doing to provide new futures by the education around STEM, but I didn't know about what you're doing now in the prison system. And to me, that's one of the single most important places where we have to put the balance back. So thank you.
Let me just thank you from my heart. We have been holding the programs together, but we don't get not even a tenth of the support that other entities get, but we have been holding it together with nails, in spite of the fact that we have received presidential awards from President Obama's and even out of the Trump administration. Thank you for your help with that, and God help anybody else who will help us in all the other programs that our community's holding together. One final thing, if your CEO friends could adopt a small Black business of any kind, give them some money, but give them some experience, help them with accounting, help them to understand how to handle money, because we were the first people to come over here with a sign up that says we'll work for food. That's slavery. So that means we worked, we got food. And then when we got free, we got money, but we don't know what to do with money. We need financial literacy so that we see money as more than an expendable item to spend. You're talking about billions of dollars worth of capital that need to be invested. Give us a little training, adopt a small business. It won't take much from you. You'd be surprised how little we can live off of. You'd be surprised at the businesses that are done for $10,000 and $50,000 and an accountant and just a class once a month on bookkeeping. Adopt one business. If every successful white business would adopt at least one business and expose them to marketing and benefits and give them an opportunity to market. When you buy marketing, just buy a few extra spots for them. You turn it around. Economics is a factor in justice because justice can be bought. If you got enough money, you can get out. Justice plays a factor between a court attorney and a court-appointed attorney and a good attorney. Money plays a factor in the judicial process. It's not just about Black and white. It's about green. Plays a factor in what school I can go to, what neighborhood I can live in. Most of the people who are protecting us, who have hands on, whether we're going through magnometers in the airport or whether we've got nurses in the hospital or whether they're cleaning the hospital rooms or whether they're police officers, cannot afford to live in the cities they protect. And while we're singing songs for these first responders, how about a raise? Little things like that, fighting to make sure that the good police officers can afford to live in the city and maybe and break up some of the hell that they go through, firemen and everybody else, to serve you, to clean you, to feed you, to bathe your mama, to make sure your mama dies properly, to make sure she has her injection when she needs. That's us. That's us driving the cabs and the buses and all of the rail systems. That's us. That's us taking your baggage and your luggage. That's us. Just make sure we can go home and have a family. Now, a few of us escape, but you can't point at the few and say, look at so-and-so and look at so-and-so and look at Oprah Winfrey and look at T.D. Jakes. Look at so, don't look at me because I didn't have a record. I had never been locked up by the grace of God. I had a little bit more of a level floor. It's not just about being Black, it's about the inequities of the floor. We start with health disparities, food deserts, all of these problems. I know it's overwhelming. We don't want you to fix it for us. We want you to fix it with us. It's gotta be cheaper to fix our communities than it is to carry your business to Mexico. Still got crime, still got drugs, still getting danger, and now you're overseas shipping. It would be cheaper to fix our communities. There are opportunity zones. If ever America is going to change for the opportunity zones, for the COVID-19 problem that we're having, for the momentum of the public, now is the moment of change. I'll stop with that.
Preach, Bishop, preach, brother.
Well, you got to have at least one of us.
I think you found your calling, brother, perhaps.
Yes, sir.
I love you so dearly. We'll talk afterwards, but we'll put your website on there so that's one of the choices that people can support. Again, I'll match them up to $250,000,000. I'll say the $250,000,000 regardless. But in addition, I'll provide, you can talk afterwards. I think I have 54 companies. I started with absolutely nothing, as I'm sure you know. I've moved up and I've got them in, across a dozen different industries, and I teach these tools. So I'm going to also give you 1,000 scholarships for the $10,000 head person up programs I do that are doing this for the next 2 years, 500 a year. You pick the people you want, and we'll educate them, train them, and give them the leg up they need in that area, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. That's worth the whole day.
All right, we're coming towards the end here, but not last but not least by any stretch. And thank you guys for your endurance, and thank you those watching for your endurance. But this demands more than a 3-minute soundbite. So many of you have been interviewed on the news and at different stages, and you deliver a beautiful message. But 3 or 4 minutes, and we go to a damn commercial. And here we're putting ourselves on the line to get the truth out. And I know those who are watching still, we're just grateful to you. Let's talk about solutions that seem impossible. It seems from where we are after all these decades since, Martin Luther King Jr.'s, I Have a Dream speech over 50 years ago, and here we're still dealing with it. So a lot of people, you couldn't blame somebody, African-American or anyone else, for thinking nothing's going to change this. But our next incredible leader and guest, heartfelt guest, is Daryl Davis. And Daryl, as I already said, is a